Lindsey Graham's attacks on President Trump are coming back to haunt him. Poll numbers reveal that primary challenger Mark Lynch can easily defeat Princess Graham, thanks to exploding grassroots support, despite Trump's endorsement. It's time for Graham to go. Mitch McConnell won't run again, but he should never have gotten his last term. Really, more than half the Republicans in both chambers and almost all the Democrats need to go. Congress has failed the people intentionally for 50 years. Lindsey Graham promotes and celebrates death. That's all I need to know. He's an evil piece of garbage. MAGA people are smart and pay attention to who the scumbags are. I just hope they finally get rid of him. Fake Republicans cheat in elections also.
If you're politically engaged, you need to hear this. The hype around Iranian sleeper cells? It just might be the setup for the next big move. Let's break this down. The FBI is suddenly ramping up monitoring of so-called Iran-linked sleeper cells inside the U.S. right as tensions with Iran hit a boiling point. Sound familiar? This is classic playbook stuff. The media blasts us with stories about secret terror networks, just as the government restarts high-level nuclear talks with Iran for the first time in 7 years. Meanwhile, U.S. intelligence keeps warning about Iran's efforts to build networks here, targeting officials it blames for past assassinations. All of this comes as President Trump doubles down on his hardline stance, promising obliteration if he's targeted, and reviving the maximum pressure campaign. The timing? Convenient. The loss of Iran's ally in Syria has weakened their regional grip, but the narrative here is only heating up. Here's where it gets real. With July 4th around the corner, the stage is set for a perfect scenario, a false flag event that could be used to justify launching the U.S. into war with Iran. We've seen this movie before. Fear, hype, and then suddenly a push for conflict. Don't fall for it. Now more than ever, we need cool heads, not knee-jerk reactions. Put pride aside, question everything, and use your intellect. No matter what headline drops or what attack they try to sell us, we stand united against warmongering. Stay alert, stay smart, and let's not get played.
The world is holding its breath as the Iran-Israel war enters a second week, and let me tell you, it's not just another headline. With Israeli strikes hitting nuclear sites across Iran and hundreds dead, we're staring right into the abyss of a much bigger catastrophe. Just yesterday, top Trump advisor Steve Bannon met with President Trump at the White House. Why? Because the stakes couldn't be higher. Netanyahu is pushing hard, trying to drag the U.S. into a direct war with Iran. But Bannon and his allies are making one thing crystal clear. America can't afford another endless war in the Middle East. Let's break down what's happening. On June 13th, Israel shocked the world with a surprise attack on Iran's key military and nuclear facilities. In just a week, 24 people in Israel have been killed. But in Iran, Israeli airstrikes have left 639 dead, including senior military figures and nuclear scientists. This isn't just a border skirmish. This is a major escalation, and top UN officials are calling it a dangerous turning point. Now, President Trump is at a crossroads. He says he'll decide within 2 weeks whether to throw the U.S. military into the fight. But here's the twist. Over half of Trump's own voters are against getting involved. Even some of his closest Republican allies, like Bannon, are warning him. We can't do this again. Another Iraq would tear the country apart. Behind the scenes, European diplomats are scrambling to broker a deal. The UK, Germany, France, and the EU are all calling for calm, demanding a negotiated solution so that Iran never gets a nuclear weapon, but also making it clear that Israel's security is non-negotiable. So what's at stake if the US gets pulled in? Economists warn that a wider war could send oil prices through the roof, crash world markets, and trigger a global recession overnight. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room: nuclear escalation. With Israeli jets striking Iranian nuclear facilities, the risk of a thermonuclear exchange is now on the table. This isn't just about politics, it's about survival. If you care about our future, you need to watch, research, and share this information. The message from Bannon to Trump is clear. Don't let history repeat itself. Don't let the world sleepwalk into disaster. If you want to stop total economic collapse and the potential for thermonuclear war, stay informed and spread the word. The decisions being made right now could change everything.